before I get into anything, I am, of course, going to take the chance to say that my Super Bowl prediction ended up being correct. Yes, the Chiefs ended up winning, and they won due to a lot of the reasons I said, like their ability to win under any circumstances, their defense being really, really good. I think they would have been able to at least limit San Francisco, which they did, them being able to stop the run game. They won, and they did exactly what they needed to do. Now, of course, I'm going to get into a further, more detailed reaction. Before I get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, turn notification bell. You guys help me out a little bit. And without further ado, let me get right into it. Now, the Super Bowl was amazing. The Chiefs won by a score of 25-22, and to me, it was arguably the best Super Bowl in terms of how good the game was in years. It was really, really good. It was a close game all throughout. Kansas City was able to make it into a game going into overtime, and they ended up winning by a touchdown or winning via a game-winning touchdown. Now, before I get into any greater detail, I would like to say this. The 49ers had a fantastic season. Brock Purdy is a great quarterback, and I think there's a good chance the 49ers will be back in the Super Bowl soon. I have to say that. Now, to get into the nitty-gritty, Patrick Mahomes needs to be in your all-time quarterback conversation after this. He's only 28 years old with 3 rings, 2 MVPs, and 3 Super Bowl MVPs. And just in case you don't know, yes, that is pacing ahead of Tom Brady. Yes, that is arguably a better resume than Tom Brady had at 28 years old. I'm not saying that Pat Mahomes is going to be the GOAT. I'm not saying that. I'm not putting that in a prophecy. But what I am saying is that there is a chance. There's nobody that is going to become the GOAT and forever will be the GOAT. That doesn't exist. That doesn't happen. Eventually, someone's going to surpass him. I'm saying that Patrick Mahomes might be that someone. Now, another guy who's entering the GOAT conversation at his position is Travis Kelce. He is making a case for the GOAT tight end. He broke Jerry Rice's reception record in the playoffs this year, actually. I think it was in the Ravens game. And he also just won his 3rd Super Bowl. He's going to be 35 years old next year, so it's going to be really, really interesting to see what Travis Kelce can do late in his career. I know a lot of people, once again, are like, well, Gronk is the greatest tight end of all time. And again, I'm not going to argue that. I think Gronk is a fantastic tight end. However, when you look at them side by side, Travis Kelce is arguably the better tight end. When it comes to raw statistics, Travis Kelce is arguably the better tight end. Now, of course, Patrick Mahomes last night, as he said this Chiefs team is becoming a dynasty. They are amazing, and they prove once again they can win in any sort of circumstances. Patrick Mahomes had over 300 yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and topped that up with 66 plus rushing yards as well, which also led his team. And in simple terms, he's an amazing quarterback. Now, a small side note, I don't understand all the hate that Patrick Mahomes is getting right here. When he's just a common good quarterback, everybody loves him. He's one of the most loved guys in the league. However, all of a sudden he's threatening what we all know most is Tom Brady being the GOAT quarterback. Now all of a sudden this guy is getting a bunch of hate. Now all of a sudden somebody getting into a relationship outside of football and the NFL choosing to capitalize on her market is a problem. All of a sudden, the Chiefs being able to win in any circumstances, being able to win as underdogs, all of a sudden that changes everything. To me, it's ridiculous. And I know a lot of these guys out here are going to say, well, I just want to watch football. And you're lying to yourself. You're lying. A football telecast is about more than just football. A lot of you watch the Super Bowl for the commercial. Shoot, you watch the halftime show with no problems. It's ridiculous. You can watch Rihanna and Beyonce perform, but you can't watch Taylor Swift on a screen for 50 seconds, which is 1% of an NFL game. Guys, if you want to be mad at anybody about that, get mad at the league. The NFL is choosing to capitalize on that market. She ain't go out there and say, hey, put the cameras on me, put the cameras on me. Ain't nobody did that. Nobody did that. So if you're going to get mad at somebody, I'd say get mad at the league and the NFL. Now, it's insane. For me, it's insane to hate Patrick Mahomes, especially when you consider what he went through to get to where he was. I mean, the guy was a 3-star coming out of high school. But when you're GOAT, when you're a GOAT, when you're one of the greatest players, you tend to break a lot of hearts. You tend to fracture a lot of quarterbacks' dreams. It's going to be 50-50. Usually 50% of the crowd's going to love you and 50% is going to hate you. I happen to be one of the 50% who love Pat Mahomes. If you hate Pat Mahomes, fine. I get it. I'm a Falcons fan. Trust me. I had every amount of ammo to hate Tom Brady. I have every amount of ammo to hate Patrick Mahomes, and I do not. Now, either way, you got to admit that the man is one of the best players in the NFL, and he probably is the best player in the NFL until further notice. There are already only 5 quarterbacks in NFL history with this man's resume, maybe even less. And it's very, very scary for the NFL because Pat Mahomes is only 28 years old. And as a quarterback, you can argue that he has 5, maybe even more, like absolute prime years left. Like a guy with a similar play style is Aaron Rodgers, somebody who can really extend the play, escape the pocket. He's super smart, can do everything on the field. And at 38 and 39, he won back-to-back MVPs. Now, taking a little sidetrack to the halftime show, because I know a lot of you want to talk about that. Usher was pretty good. I thought it was one of the better halftime shows in the last couple of years. It wasn't better than Hip Hop in LA, but I do think it was better than last year. Now, him grabbing on to whatchamacallit's wife, to Alicia Keys, hey man, that's him. I won't comment on that. If everyone's cool with it, everyone's cool with it. I understand that it's show business. It happens, ladies and gentlemen. Like, we can just go ahead and surpass that. But I saw a lot of people on the internet, oh, I wouldn't let my wife be grabbed like that, yada, 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 yada. Again, it's just business, I guess. They decided to do it. They agreed with it. And it was a fantastic show. Everybody looked good. Her had a great performance. It was fun, very, very fun to see Ludacris come out. So Usher, he's a fantastic performer. He was moving, the dancing, the atmosphere. He's in Vegas. Some people are just great at performing, and Usher is just one of those people. I'll give the performance about a 7 through 8 out of 10. I thought it was pretty good. Now, getting back into the football business, Pat Mahomes is 28 years old, and he is already a Hall of Famer. As a matter of fact, I think you could argue that last year and maybe even the year before. Now, Travis Kelce is entering best tight end of all time category, and apparently him, along with Andy Reid, have 0 plans on retirement. And how can you blame them? How can you blame them? Now, the Chiefs need to go and get an outside receiver, but I'll leave that topic for an off-season video later. But also a special shout out to the Chiefs defense, man. Their defense stepped up, stopping the run in the second half. They never gave up the big plays. They played really, really well, really all throughout the postseason. So shout out to that Chiefs defense. It was an amazing Super Bowl. Andy Reid is not planning on retiring. Travis Kelce is not planning on retiring. Spagnuolo does not plan on retiring. I hear that the Kansas City Chiefs are going for that three-peat. And once again, who can blame them? Either way, fantastic Super Bowl. I thought it was a classic game. It's going to be watched over the next couple years, probably the next 10, 20, 30 years. This is the very moment that we crowned a brand new dynasty. And I don't think the Chiefs are done, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to say I do not think they are done. But personally, I think it is nearly dumb and ridiculous to just blindly hate a team and a group of men that work super, super hard simply due to the fact that they are winning, simply due to the fact that they are taking W's on and off the field. I think it is completely ridiculous to hate Pat Mahomes for what he's done. I understand it as an NFL fan. Trust me, I'm a Falcons fan, guys. I have all the ammo in the world to hate all these other quarterbacks. But when you see someone work so hard, become so successful, for me, it's hard to hate a winner. For me, it's hard to hate that person. I don't want to be the guy trying to love the loser. I don't want to be the guy trying to say, yay, go him. I know he's not going to win. I don't want to be that guy. I'm sorry. I don't want to have to hate and root against the winner. I don't want to have to do that. But of course, it was a really, really great Super Bowl. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Without further ado, I wish you nothing but the best. Stay low, stay blessed. I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching.